Good morning, it's Anand here from Osho, Ireland, and today I'm sharing the 35th meditation technique. And you might notice I'm in a slightly different location. I'm in the local park and the riverside because the river is really pertinent to this particular meditation technique. I also wanted to share something from last week. It came to me after I had done the meditation why I wasn't feeling it, and I talked about the waiting until the master gives you a particular look or that secret method, that secret spoken element. And I came to the realization that I hate waiting. And I love the fact that something that you come up against can be an opportunity. And I wanted to share that with you in case you ever experience it yourself. It was an opportunity to see where I was stuck. And that can often bring an insight to ourselves. So I wanted to just share that before I go into this 35th technique. And you might hear background noise. We're in a public place, so I still think we can get something from today's technique. So the 35th technique is look into a deep well. Now it's very hard to find a well unless you live in certain countries, but here in Ireland I don't see many wells. Actually, we've lots of holy wells, but I couldn't find one for today. So we found the next best thing was a river. So the technique is, at the edge of a deep well, look steadily into its depths until the wondrousness. So what does that mean? It means that as we look into the well and see our reflection, Osho says, the well will be reflected in you. He goes on to say, forget thinking completely. Stop thinking completely. Just go on looking into the depth. Now they say mind has its own depth, like a well. Now in the West they say they are developing depth psychology. They say mind is not just a surface. The surface is just a beginning. There are depths, many depths, hidden depths. So looking into a well or looking into a river, the more you look into it, the more something happens. So I'm going to stop talking now, and together, you and I, we're going to look into the river. So just looking here. Osho shares in the Book of Secrets on this technique that Chung Tzu said, or Lao Tzu said to Chung Tzu, to find a bridge and stare at the river. And when the bridge starts moving and the river becomes static, then a thing happens. And we've been looking together at the river in silence for a few minutes. And what I invite you to consider and to do or to experience is to keep on looking at the river or at a well or water, and really keep looking, because it changes constantly. I'm hoping you may have already seen this in the few minutes here. And there's something in the river about the depth of it that reflects the depth to ourselves. That's my feeling anyway. And if you look further up, there's two parts of the river. One is moving slowly in circles, and the other part is moving really quite quickly. So it makes me kind of wonder, is what we see what we really, really see? As we stare at the river, staring into our depths. So this technique you can keep on doing every day or once a week or whatever works for you. I want to thank you for sharing this with me today and sharing this journey on the Book of Secrets so far. Next Sunday I'll be sharing the 36th meditative technique from the Book of Secrets. It's going to be another looking technique. So let's see what that will bring us. I'm going to end with not me, but with the river. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next Sunday at 11 a.m.